Today is one of those days where I need this workout. I have started working out after work instead of before work, which working out before work is so fun, but after work it just helps me so much to end off the work day and then like feel refreshed and ready for the post work day, like 5 to 9. Chat with you guys a little bit later because dang, do I need this workout right now. Look at the flowers Connor got me. I'm so excited. We do this thing where we give each other little gifts every single month. I like budget for it and everything, but honestly, I'm not as good as doing it as he is. Oh, also, he also picked up my ring from the shop. Had a little diamond fall out a while ago, so I didn't wear it for a long time because to get it fixed is kind of out of the way. Happy to come home and see a bouquet of flowers and my ring and some chocolate from Trader Joe's. My favorite thing ever is chocolate that has been refrigerated. So we got some peanut butter cups, wafer cookie with peanut butter that I've never tried, and then these mini chocolate bars that I definitely have tried. My sister always has these, and it's like the great thing about like being friends with a family member is that what's theirs is yours, especially a sister. Biggest bouquet of flowers. Is it gonna fit? Oh wait, I forgot to put the special Crystal Light flower mix in. This looks good. Beautiful. Hello, you guys. Welcome back to my channel for this work week in my life. If you're new here, hi, my name's Alice. I love to chat about money and show you a little bit about my life. Literally yesterday, I was like, oh, I want to make a work week in my life video, like very realistic. I kind of did an overview today. We're going to take a deep dive into the next couple days. I'm just kind of showing you how I love my life, how I enjoy working. Overall, I'm super grateful that I love my job. It was a long time coming. Yeah, so I've been at this company for a year and it is honestly so wild to me that I even work. No hate to anyone. Did not realize that I was going to work or that I could work until my sophomore year of college. I had just met my boyfriend at the time, who's now my husband. Oh, I have to pick a major because you know, you're end of your sophomore year. And I would say things like, it's weird that I have to pick a major and it's so stressful to pick a major, yet it doesn't matter because I'm not going to work anyways. I feel like I met him at the perfect time because during that time when I would say, oh, it doesn't matter, eventually he was like, okay, wait, Alice, why do you keep saying that you're not going to work and like you can't work and you can't use your major and it doesn't matter? I was always assuming I was just going to have a baby a month or two after I graduated college. I didn't realize working was an option, honestly. And it wasn't that I was told I couldn't work or anything. I just genuinely was like, oh, I'm not going to work. I'm just going to have kids and we're going to be a single income household. Which if that was your route and your choice in life, like that's amazing. There's so many amazing choices in life. Choosing one means that you can't have the other or you can't choose the other, and that's like totally fine. So I definitely thought that my route in life was going to be never having a salary job, never having a 9-to-5. And so it's kind of wild that I do it right now. Again, people who have a single income family and you stay at home, like that's amazing as well. Whatever works best for you and also what you can decide. Multiple people at my work who wish that they could be a stay-at-home mom, but it's just like not on the cards for them financially, which is like really hard. But yeah, so I met my husband and he was like, you can work. You should get a degree that you want to work in that field in case you do have to work. Yeah, and I'm really grateful that I've gotten the opportunity to work. I honestly really enjoy it. We could definitely make it work with one income. It would just be a lot more lean. We would not be able to save and invest like we can right now. Just depends on your situation, honestly. So I'm really excited to take you guys along with me in my 9-to-5 work week in my life because that's awesome that I get to have that. So it's really cool. It's just that my husband, he was like so confused in my thought process because his mother is / has been a computer programmer for like the last 35 years. So he was just like, what do you mean women not working? Like this doesn't make any sense. Women do work. And then he was like, my mom. And so I was like, oh yeah, I always knew that women were allowed to work. I just never thought that I was going to have to do that. Like it was not going to be in the cards for me. Like I was just going to have kids. So literally not a commentary on anyone's life choices at all. Or it's not even always life choices. Sometimes you don't have the choice and that's why you do what you need to do. Hope I didn't offend anyone. one. I was just saying that that's how I felt, and now I work. Yeah, so I kind of give you guys a snapshot overview of what a typical Monday looks like. I think I said work was a lot today. Work was a lot today. That is because one of my friends had family health scare that like happened during work today, and it just always throws me back to the time when we had a family health scare. When you get the news that everything is all good and it's fine and like they're healthy and like it's gonna be okay, like you feel so relieved. But that kind of started the journey of mental health. You can always have things simmering in the background, but then when something big happens like that, which it was bound to happen anyways, but when something big like that happens, it kind of shows you what's going on. And I'm eternally grateful for the things that I went through. I don't know who I would be without those challenges in life and like all those mental health struggles that I had. It just brought back all those memories of like, that was really, really hard. So anyways, not to start off this vlog on a sad note. Everything's fine. Just gonna chill for the rest of the night, probably read. I'm reading Yesteryear right now, which I was definitely resistant to reading it because I was like, I don't want to read a psychological thriller or anything. You guys, I'm hooked. It is so good, so well written. The writing is so engaging. I'm really loving that. It's about the influencer or an influencer. I don't really know if it's based on someone, but her life on social media is her making things from scratch and like living in like a farm and everything, but having like a lot of nannies and ranch hands behind the scenes and everything helping them. And then one day she wakes up and she is actually in the time that she's like not pretending to live in, but pretending for lack of a better word. And she's actually in the 1850s. And so it's like a psychological thriller and it's like confusing and it's so good. I definitely recommend it. As someone who does not like psychological thrillers, it is so good. Very interested to see how this will taste. Oh, it's just like a massive chocolate bar, like one full wafer. It tastes so peanut buttery. It's like more peanut butter than chocolate. It's so good. Mmm. I have such crazy hair in the morning, the camera's like blurring it out. That's so funny. Anyways, good morning you guys. I made myself a little breakfast drink of naked drink mixed with kefir, which I find makes the kefir a lot more palatable. I struggle so much with food aversions all day, but it's especially bad in the morning, which I feel like a lot of people struggle to eat breakfast in the morning sometimes. I find that drinking this and like having kefir, it has nutritional value even though it's not a full meal, and then hopefully I can get myself to eat in a couple of hours. I had COVID 3 times in 1 year and then I couldn't taste for a year. It wasn't the best, but like I made it work, you know, whatever. And ever since then, on and off, I have like food aversions and stuff. I'm going through a period of intense food aversions right now over the last couple days. I try to heavily rely on drinking my calories, for lack of better words, because you need them somehow. I never have food aversions like corn dogs, hot dogs, and pizza. If I'm not eating good, filling food, then I can't think as well. I have touchy blood pressure, touchy blood sugar, so all those kind of things. But anyways, I love my mornings that I work from home. Just hanging out with the girls, chilling, getting to have more of a slow morning. The weather outside is perfect right now. I just sat out on the back patio with the girls as they kind of like dinked around. I kind of walked around, looked at the garden and everything. So, but on the docket today, it is a work from home day. Working remote is kind of hard for me. I ended up going to therapy a couple years ago about working from home because I don't do very well alone. I've been doing much better. I can do a few hours alone and not bat an eye anymore. Once lunch rolls around, I kind of struggle a little bit. Sometimes I'll like call someone, go out. So today I think I'm gonna go grocery shopping during my lunch break. Get a couple things that were just missing around the house. We need like milk, I need more kefir. But even though I struggle with working from home sometimes and like feeling lonely, I do actually prefer the hybrid schedule just because it's so much more convenient to not wake up early and go in the morning. Sleep in a little bit, you can chill, you don't have to get 100% ready. I do actually enjoy the work from home thing, even though I get lonely like a few hours in. But let's go get ready for the day and start the work day. Okay, Okay, we got my lunch status on for Slack. Kind of pondering, thinking about why I, on paper, love to work from home. Why do I feel dread? And I think it all goes back to something I'm working on also in my personal life as well, which work is kind of my personal life too, just because I am myself at work. One of the things I'm working on right now is weakening neural pathways in my brain, shortcuts in my brain that are not helpful. For example, I had a shortcut in my brain that was very strong that said, if I go on vacation and then come home, the next day I go to work, I'm gonna get in trouble. Like, that was such an intense mental shortcut that I had where my brain didn't really want to think or do anything. So it just like offered me up something that was very easy. I got to the point where I was like, oh, I just want to weaken that. I can't logic my way out of it because it's not logic. My brain just like doesn't know how to feel. So it's like, oh, might as well feel like this. Like, let's make you scared. And so I decided to just like begin a mental health journey of weakening all unhelpful and stressful mental shortcuts, which really helping me out. Because sometimes I'm like, oh, like let's use cognitive behavioral therapy. Let's talk myself out of this. Like, let's use logic, when really that wasn't working. I just needed to genuinely experience an event that is on paper stressful for me, not stress out, and then show myself that I don't need to be stressed out. So it's been really working for me. And I was just like thinking, oh, maybe this applies to the whole like dreading working from home days. And I genuinely believe it's because there's been certain experiences in my life where I have worked from home and I'm always just waiting to get in trouble. And it's like wild because my current company, so chill, so calm, trust me, I'm supported in my role. I have people to talk to if I need help. But for some reason I was feeling dread. I was feeling like I was gonna get in trouble, even though I've never gotten in trouble technically before at this company. Kind of help myself recognize that, like, yes, I'm working from home. Yes, working from home has led to some very uncomfortable situations in the past, but now it's gonna be okay. Like, I'm okay. I'm not gonna have anyone call me and me start crying because they're mad at me for something I didn't know I wasn't supposed to do or I was supposed to do. I'm not going to get mysterious, weird text messages, emails. I just have had bad experiences in the past. So I'm trying to rewire my brain to let myself experience a situation in which it went poorly, and then it also ends up okay, like now for me. I'm having so many breakthroughs with my mental health doing this like weakening neural pathways thing in my brain. It's really hard though, because I can't just meditate and then they go away. I have to genuinely experience and go through the process of something stressful happening and then being like, oh look, see, it's okay. But like, I can't weaken the neural pathways if I don't go through that process. I am currently on my lunch hour, so we're gonna go grocery shopping real quick, pick up a couple things at the store. I'm probably gonna buy sushi because that sounds really good to me right now, and then we are gonna come back and finish out the workday. Got some sushi. There we go. Oh, wasabi is on the packet. Personally don't love wasabi. My husband and I do this thing where we buy each other little gifts every single month. Instead of going on like a one out of house week date, we go on like one out of house date a month, and then we buy each other little gifts. And I totally bought him cinnamon roll dough to make cinnamon rolls because that's like his favorite treat. And I bought it. The receipt says I bought it. It's nowhere in my bags, and I looked in the car, it's not there. So I must have left it at the store. It was $5. I'm very curious. Tell me if you guys would go back to the store and get the cinnamon roll stuff, because it was $5 and it's like not too far away from where I live. I'm just not feeling very motivated to do it. Like, I wish I had it more than I want the actual $5 back, if that makes sense. I wanted that to be a little bit surprised. Bake those by the time he gets home, but I do not have them anymore, so I'll have to do that later. But I'm just gonna watch some Love After Lockup, and then I decided I'm just gonna enjoy today, enjoy working from home, enjoy working in the comfort of my own home, and see if anything happens, if I implode. And if I don't, then I hopefully can help my brain to recognize that it's gonna be okay. Oh, this looks so good. I love the mix of raw, spicy, and then crunch. I always try to get like the 3-pack of this. Okay, I'm starting season 3. I'm so excited.
Oh my god, I can't breathe. It's so cold.
Swallow some air there.
Tonight in ended up taking such a fun turn. We ended up going to Tibble Fork Reservoir Canyon. I don't really know what it's called, but in the beginning of the summer, it would have been so cold because I'm pretty sure that all that water is snow melt. I'm pretty sure like most water in Utah is snow melt. It was just so fun. Today I was sitting there realizing, looking through Pinterest, so excited for fall, like kind of thinking about a fall aesthetic. And then it hit me, when fall hit, summer will be over, summer will be over. And so I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm so excited for fall, but summer's also slipping away. Like when my husband got home, I was like, hey, what do you think about like eating dinner early and going up the canyon? Because it's so fun. I am someone who, when I'm by a body of water, I am compelled to get into it. Like, I don't know if it's because I grew up, my grandparents on a lake, so I always would go swimming and everything, but I don't know why, I'm just obsessed with getting in water. The other day at work, we were talking about if you're a land mammal or a fish or whatever, so I'd be interested to hear what you guys are. And I know there's probably science behind getting into cold water, what that does for your mental health or something, but I don't know what the science is, so I'm just gonna say it's magic. After getting in cold water or doing a cold plunge, I feel like I know the meaning of life, and I feel like I'm living the life I'm supposed to live, which is so dramatic, but that's how amazing it feels for me to swim, so I love it. And I'm drinking a protein drink right now. It is 8:30. I don't know if there's like a better or worse time to drink protein, or if you're new here, I've recently started to work more intentionally on my health. I just felt like a lot of things were going good for me, like my mental health, my social life, finances, like a lot of things were going really well. And I was like, the one part that I'm kind of struggling with right now is my physical health. I got mono, which was just like such an ordeal. I just felt bad for so long. I was also trying to kind of figure out my hormonal cycle. With our increased income and lowered expenses, I decided to prioritize my health with money. I'm not letting myself dive too deep into it and becoming obsessed about it and like changing everything about myself. I know that I can be an obsessive person sometimes, and I also want to always remind myself that being alive and like just loving life is my number one priority. So if focusing on my health ever takes away from that, obviously law of depreciating returns, I don't want to dive into it, burn myself out, realize that I'm sacrificing too much of who I am and what I love to be quote unquote healthy, but actually just like very in control of my health. So long story short, when I look up certain things, instead of being like, oh, don't eat processed foods as much and eat like more whole foods, it's like jalapenos and lettuce are gonna kill you, and is a banana actually good for you, and if you have this food at this time with this combination of food, you will die. Like, not actually, but I'm like, okay, like everyone needs to calm down. I know health, fitness, and all that kind of stuff can be very political or something adjacent to that. I try not to be a very intense person, and so I'm genuinely just doing the small things. Like I'm going to the gym a couple times a week. I'm doing like a Pilates class once a week, you know, little things like that. We are buying healthier snacks, but that's not actually more expensive. We just realized that we really like eating pickles, and so we just like eat a lot of pickles now. Like very little things like that. You will not see me all of a sudden become shredded on this channel. It's just not gonna happen, but I'm just excited and happy that I'm already feeling better. I have more energy. I'm feeling good. I just am high on life right now because I went into cold water, and something about being in cold water just makes you one with the universe or something. Just feeling good, feeling so happy. And that's like always the goal of working on my physical health, is just to make me happier. I look the same, so. Wow, would you look at that? I found the mysterious cinnamon rolls and it totally popped open. Look at that. Oh my gosh. On the plus side, it smells like cinnamon rolls in here. Oh my gosh, it's right there. All right, I just got home from the gym. I'm having a random assortment of food for dinner because Connor's not home tonight, so I didn't really feel like actually making dinner or using the leftovers that I want to take for work tomorrow. But also, him not being home when I get home, like that's not the move. It like definitely feels like Groundhog's Day, which no hate to Punxsutawney Phil, no hate to the clairvoyant groundhog at all. But I really do not like when things feel like Groundhog's Day. When every day feels the same, when it feels repetitive, that is really hard for me, and I feel like super trapped in everything when that kind of stuff happens. And it's not necessarily like someone's trapping me. me. It's just like sometimes I don't have the muscle or the habit of going out and doing things after work because it genuinely is a habit. So anyways, I'm gonna eat dinner while I'm reading Yesteryear. I'm 87% of the way through and it's just getting so good, you guys. I just love it so much. And then I will see my sister eventually tonight. She's gonna come use her car to drop something off. But anyways, yes, I really am someone who is super social. I need to be around people. That's kind of how I orient myself. That's how I feel like I have my feet on the ground in this world. Let's read, let's eat some dinner, and then hopefully I get chatting with someone tonight. My sister, or I don't know when Connor's coming home. If you guys are unfamiliar, I am LDS, and in our church you have callings, which is like when you go and you help out with specific parts of the congregation, part of the ward. And my husband helps out with like planning activities. They don't do scouting anymore, but it's like other stuff. They did kickball the other day. Today they're gonna go and do like a service project, so should be good. But I definitely miss him because he is my bestie.
Can't do this. This is too much.
Gave it my best effort. Gave it 45 seconds. That's not gonna happen. We're gonna be making zucchini bread randomly, which I think it's so fun and so cute. The group that I'm a part of, I don't know how to hold this like a baby, but the group that I'm a part of at work is very small. There used to be 5 of us, now there's only 3 of us that have like a very specific role in the company. And we get together once a week, once every 2 weeks, and go over things that are specific just to us. We also like to do team bonding exercises. Oh, let me shut the door because my husband's mowing. We do some team bonding, and the one thing that we're doing right now is sharing like our favorite recipes. Obviously, I'm not gonna do a recipe I've done before. I have made zucchini bread probably 4 times now the last couple months. I have one that's really tried and true, but we don't have any brown sugar anymore. So I'm just gonna make one on all recipes that has 12,000 reviews. I used to like try and search for recipes that had like very specific, like, oh, ones that are like healthier, ones that, I don't know, just kind of try to find my own recipes online. And then I one day just typed in to the search bar, chocolate chip cookies. One came up that had 14,000 reviews, and I literally won't make another recipe. It is so good. So I'm gonna try that. Try my hand with zucchini bread from all recipes. So let's get into that. That's crazy. There's not like a whole monologue of why this zucchini bread cured her. Crazy. Baking powder, baking soda, cinnamon, eggs, oil. We gotta check to see if this is cinnamon. Oh yeah, definitely cinnamon. Good morning, you guys. I just did a full face of makeup. I feel like certain shirts warrant makeup versus not wearing makeup, and this was definitely a makeup day. I do like a couple days of everything. I do a couple days of a full face of makeup. I do a couple days of just like eyebrows and eyelashes, and then a couple days of no makeup. If I do one too much, then I like kind of see myself as that person when really I'm someone who wears makeup, someone who doesn't wear makeup. Like I want to make sure that I always recognize myself in the mirror whether I'm wearing makeup or not. And then I was gonna do a slick back, but honestly I don't have the time for the anxiety this morning. A slick back is so hard. I have curly hair, so it like just gets bumpy and it's never perfect. I just brushed out my hair and then I'm going to do a little braid. Yeah, I did this hairstyle for like a year straight. I think maybe I didn't do it as much as I got layers, but now the layers are pretty grown out. Okay, then I just pull it out a little bit. I always like scrunch up the bottom to make it look wider at the base of the braid. Okay, and then I pull out. Oh my gosh, so cute. Okay, put the ring back on. Have really enjoyed wearing my ring recently. I lost a little diamond in it and it was only $70 to replace, which is a lot cheaper than I thought it was going to be. The issue was that the place we wanted to replace it at is like so far away. Super happy that I have this. Sorry, my husband's texting me right now about work. His company is like so interesting. If you guys didn't know, he's an engineer, I'm in marketing, and our company just works so differently. But I am running a tiny bit late. Oh yeah. There's not really a start and end time for my job. It really is like you have to get your work done. It's super flexible. The work-life balance at my company is insane. There's unlimited PTO, which is so nice. They just trust you. And it's not like you have to be at your desk all day. If I'm overstimulated, if I need to really grind, I can go and find a little cubby and not be like, oh, Alice isn't at her desk. Is she even working today? Like, it's not like that at all. It's not patrolled. Genuinely enjoy my job and I'm having such a fun time. I'm very excited for today. Thursdays are some of my favorite days because we always go and hang out with my husband's grandma, who I feel so close to her. I just basically call her my grandma too. Yeah, I never thought that getting married would lead me to a relationship that I care so much about, which is with my husband's grandma. She's just so funny. Also, you know, I guess some people are really good with kids. Different types of people in the world. I'm really good with old people. I can listen to the same joke every single day. It does not bother me, like, because I tell the same joke every day. So I love old people. I think they're so funny. They have no chill. I think they're hilarious. So today the outfit is just a little pearl necklace that my husband got me. He likes to buy me jewelry, which I think is so cute. And I love this necklace so much. And then my favorite Old Navy shirt, blue striped. It's literally yellowed. I need to get a new one. And then these jeans. My husband bought me these jeans too. It's really good at buying clothes, you guys. Anyways, let's go. So dirty. Yeah, I can talk. Oh, it fell. Oh my gosh, you guys, I cannot stop giggling. My husband just texted me, which reminded me 10 minutes before his alarm at like 4:30 a.m. I woke us both up because I was laughing in my sleep, which I have actually done many times. It's kind of creepy, but sometimes my dreams I think are so funny that I'm just like laughing. I was on some sort of panel with Mike Schur, who wrote The Office, and he was dressed as Mose, which is the character he plays on The Office. And in the show, his like panel judge name said Michelangelo Voldemort, and that was his name, and I just couldn't stop laughing at that. That is literally the funniest thing I've ever heard. Even in my sleep, I'm a comedian, you guys. Hi you guys, random turn of events. I'm actually really not feeling well all of a sudden. Sudden onset sore throat, like shaky, lightheaded. I'm just like not, like I just don't feel good. Like I think I'm going to go home and rest. I'm a huge proponent of once you get sick to like auto overdrive rest and drink lots of fluids and all that kind of stuff. And obviously I am like that because my work is very supportive of working from home if you're sick, which no company would ever say, even if you're sick, you have to come in and we don't care if you're sick. But companies, which I've experienced in the past, will be like, are you really sick? Like, what's going on? Is there something I need to know about? Like things like that, where it's like, wow. So I'm really grateful that I work at a company that's so supportive of like, if you're sick, you can work from home. It's fine. Yeah, just like not feeling good. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if I ate something or like I didn't eat something when I should have, and I just like feel gross. But yeah, let's get out of here. I feel like you can see the flush through my makeup, which is wild. Like my cheeks are so warm right now. Unfortunate that I wasted a day with a full face of makeup. That's fine. Happy to be home. Like literally, I just feel like so warm. So I'm gonna drink a lot more water. For example, chill on the couch, work, try to get comfy. Super sad that I made the zucchini bread and I can't show it to my team, but that was actually one of the main reasons where I was like, I think I'm starting to feel bad enough to the point where I would feel guilty giving people food that I touched the same day that I feel sick. Is this just me or do my cheeks look like really rosy in my... I mean, I did not put blush up here. I promise you I did not. So definitely feeling very warm. Time to watch Love After Lockup and get back to work. You guys, it finally happened. Our first ever flat tire as a married couple. This is definitely something that tests the relationship, but thankfully we have AAA premium. I was like, yes, we're definitely getting the highest possible AAA membership that money can afford. It's not that expensive. It was like $180 for the year, but we do have a 10-year-old car and a 20-year-old car. So even though this is a flat tire, which you can get with any age of car, if we're not going to fork up the money to buy a fancy new nice car, then we're gonna have to spend a lot on car maintenance, and AAA premium was definitely one of them. Literally not sponsored because that would be insane. If you're not a car person, don't know how to fix a flat tire, if you're like me, where even if you stand on the freaking monkey wrench or whatever it's called and cannot get a lug nut off the tire to change it, then AAA premium is absolutely necessary for us. We've already used it twice since we've had the subscription. They should be coming at any moment. We were gonna go hang out with Gma, but instead my husband is picking up dinner and we're just gonna do dinner from home and wait for the AAA people to come. So yeah.
Food.
But yeah, imagine getting a car because someone prayed about it and they're like, you're the person. But also people do that with homes all the time. Like, I wonder if the vibe was that they didn't feel good about moving yet, or like moving into this ward, or if it was like, we don't feel good because there's clovers everywhere. This is easily like one of the greatest things I've ever had. Best part about this whole thing is that our neighbors are low-key having a really big party across the street in their front yard, and everyone's just like looking over to see what's happening, which is so funny. I love that. Hello, you guys. Today ended up super fun after we got the whole car thing fixed, which was such a good experience. The guy came under the time that it said it was going to take him. He replaced it all. It was like super chill. And I am feeling a lot better than I did earlier today. I'm just putting on my watch right now, but my Garmin actually shows, if you get a lot of rest, it shows like a blue bar on the bottom of like the time. And then if you're really stressed, or like if your body is under extreme physical stress, it shows a yellow bar on that bottom. I feel very vindicated because when I felt sick, the exact moment my watch was saying like something's wrong. So I'm glad I went home. I'm still kind of feeling that headache, sore throat a little bit, but it's mostly gone, thankfully. I do not know what that was. I'm just getting ready for bed. Tomorrow is a work from home day. Also, having a wet brush is just game-changing for curly hair. I could not brush my hair or comb my hair because it's so curly. So it's not necessarily super curly in Utah because it's so dry here, but it's so coarse. And then I'll let it dry out a little bit, and then I'll braid it in a very specific way that helps it to yield the best curls. Because if you just do like boxer braids, then you'll have like a huge triangle on the back of your head. So I've experimented a lot over the last year, and I finally found something that makes it look like natural curls. I have people all the time being like, is that your natural hair? And I'm like, no, it's braids, but like I've gotten it to work very well. So, but yeah, today was super fun. Chatted with a ton of neighbors. I love social time, and I do not have a set like 20-step night routine because I want to take advantage of all that life has to offer me, and I can't do that when I have a very strict specific night routine. So like tonight, which I like never do this, I took a bath, which I do that, but I watched Love After Lockup instead of reading, because reading is great, but like I feel like I did too much of it recently. And I read Yesteryear, which was such a good book, so I want to let myself like marinate in that and like love it and feel the feelings of having read that. But yeah, I don't like to have a super strict night routine just because I feel like I want to take advantage of life, you know? So like tonight we went and we hung out with our neighbors outside just because we didn't have time to go over to Gma's house, which we're gonna do tomorrow. And then we came home and we're like, oh, our house is really messy. You can't have it all, but you can have a lot of things. Jump on those opportunities that do come up, because that was like a really last minute thing that people were like, hey, come over to our front yard, like let's just hang out. So it ended up being a great night. Do you guys think I should get a bob? I'm just kidding. But sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, should I be so cute with a bob like right here? When I was like 5 years old, I got a haircut and I looked in the mirror and it was like down to here, and I said, I will never do that again, because my hair, the shorter it gets, the curlier it gets, and so I'll be a triangle head, which I've always been scared of. But yeah, I don't know. I just also really love my long hair. I have my whole life to cut it, but you can't always have long hair, you know? Hi you guys, I just got back from my run. I just did a mile, and one of the best parts about becoming a runner is the fact that I don't have to run fast. I don't have to run long. It's just that I can run a mile and it's like, oh, it's not too bad. Like I can just run a mile. So it's really convenient. I've never really been the runner that's like running 10 miles at a time and stuff, except for when I was training for a half marathon when I was a teenager. I just randomly, like during COVID, chose a half marathon training, did the half marathon like around my aunt's house, and my mom was at the finish line, and it was like so sweet and fun, and that was like one of the best times of my life. But oh, the light is really coming in. Let me get that. Running is so amazing, but I'm not really at the point right now where I'm willing to run super long, just because I'm just happy with running short distances slowly. So like, what more do I need, you know? But even though I only ran a mile, it's still really good for my heart. You got to think about all the body systems and like what's good for your lymph nodes, what's good for your skeletal system, what's good for your heart. So all those things, that's like a huge motivator when I exercise, is like, what body system am I helping? But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go shower, get some breakfast, and then start work. Oh, I also need to water the garden. Doing a little 1 mile run, even though it only takes like 12 or 13 minutes for me, just like sets the tone for the day and helps me feel so much better. Look at this gigantic marigold bush that I planted. It got huge. Well, hi. I'm literally like crying. I'm watching my video where I got a new job, and when I get the offer, I just like think about how much I love my job right now, and I'm just like, I'm so grateful that I did that. Like, I love my job so much. Oh my gosh, that video makes me so emotional, even though the audio is so bad. I am major in my feels now. All right, I just got off of work for the week, and honestly, it was a really good week. I will say, oops, get out of there. I will say I do get a little bit anxious on Fridays, just because part of me, I don't know, I'm always waiting to get in trouble. Like always. Also, sorry about the glare, but I'm just like always ready to get the Slack message, to get the email that's saying like, hey, by the way, you did not do enough this week. And so I always feel a little bit anxious on Fridays, but I feel really good about what I did today. So, and I always got to remember, like, you have the 40 hours this week, but you also have the 40 hours next week. Like, the job's still going to be there. Just keep doing what you can. I made myself a little protein Pero, iced Pero drink with some protein powder in it. If you're new here or you're unfamiliar or you don't know, I do not drink coffee. I honestly don't really drink any form of concentrated caffeine, if that makes sense. Like, caffeine's in everything, right? And you can get energy from like food because it gives you calories and everything, but coffee and like energy drinks and stuff, I'm not like a soda drinker either. I'll have a couple sips of my husband's soda. I just really stay away from big amounts of caffeine at a time, because I had one energy drink in my entire life. I drank it and my heart beat so hard that hurt in my chest. It was just the worst feeling. That's also like how I feel anxiety, is my heart beating super hard. So I had one energy drink, my heart beat so hard, and I was like, no, I'm not doing this again. Me and my husband recently, we became protein powder people. We bought our first canister of protein powder that we've ever bought in our marriage. We've been married for almost 4 years. So it's not like wild. We're like becoming protein people. I love that I've joined the Pilates trend and the protein trend, and I'm like 5 years behind, but it's been really fun. So we are going to go have a wild Friday night. We're actually going to go hang out with Gma because we weren't able to go yesterday, which we got the car all situated and everything. The tire patch up from Les Schwab was free because we got our tires from them. So that was nice, but we are going to need to get new tires sometime within the next, like in the fall, which is coming up. Yeah, then we're going to need to get like something else. So it's going to be like $1,000 or something, $1,500, but that's fine because we have a car maintenance sinking fund. But we're going to go to Gma's house. She doesn't have anything for us to do, but she does want to go out to eat. And then we also want to check her cat, Miss Honey, who is the literal cutest, grumpiest cat that we actually shave every time we go there. We just take a little bit off every single time. We have this shaver razor thing for her that she doesn't mind. She actually feels like it's like brushing her, and she really likes that. So she has a crazy coat because we only shave part of her at a time, so she doesn't get angry. So it's like her hair's everywhere. She just has like these very grumpy eyes. She looks like she's always scowling, but then if you sit down or lay down, she's instantly on you, taking a nap on you. So I love her. She's my favorite little grumpy cat. But yeah, yeah, so we're gonna go over there and check on her because last week when we went over, we noticed that she had a little bit of a limp. She is 14 years old though, and she spent the first 11 years on the streets. She was originally found. She had to get all these surgeries and everything because she just like was in really bad shape. We're gonna have to see if that's like a enduring limp and we're gonna have to take her to the vet, or if it's something that's like she was just like kind of not feeling it that day. I'm gonna go check on my favorite little grumpy cat and we're gonna go have dinner with Gma. But it's been such a fun work week. I'm so happy that I got to take you guys along with me. I hope I just showed like a very normal average work week as someone who genuinely does really enjoy their job but also likes the 5 to 9 as well. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day whenever you're watching this, and yeah, let's go to Gma's.